Dobre Vaishir. Good evening, everyone. I wanted to update partners, friends, and responders on the situation in Ukraine and our relief efforts that are now underway. As of tonight, February 27th, Sunday, Kiev is currently surrounded by Russian forces, and this humanitarian crisis is growing. I do want to tell you that just this afternoon, we've confirmed our location in Krakow, Poland. We have a base of operations, we have transportation, translators, and those things are in the work. So this is what I want to tell you tonight. So you guys can get a handle on what we're going to be doing, how you can get involved. Currently, the location that we're going to be based out of in Krakow is a local church in downtown Krakow. The reports that I've been given, very safe, everything's normal, power's on, stores are open. There's just an influx of refugees, and those numbers are expected to grow in the coming days and in the coming weeks. Currently, this church is receiving busloads of refugees throughout the day, throughout the night. People are staying over, they're getting resourced, they're getting loved on, they're getting supplied, and then the next day they go on their way, and then the following day that process repeats. They see this continuing for quite some time, and what we are going to be doing is working alongside this local church, supporting them in their efforts there, but also we'll be working on the border about 3 hours away. So there's another group that we had made contact with that is setting up a base of operations on the border. And as it turns out, that this church that we partnered with through another contact is already working with them. And so we're just seeing how the pieces and parts are coming together on this. So strategically, we see ourselves working out of both locations. Obviously, there's a lot more need down on the border, and this ministry is also bringing supplies over the border into Ukraine, down into the front lines, not only to the resistance, but also to those who are trying to flee and have not yet been able to get out. And so we'll be doing several of these different operations, but strategically, really what we need to do is work out of both locations as we have inbound teams, overnighting, outbound teams, a strategic location to be able to funnel resources, supply, people, and have, the full resources available to us in Krakow itself. And so that's what we're going to be doing. We understand that not everybody might be comfortable in terms of cry responders working down on the border or even in Ukraine. And in both locations, you are absolutely needed. So here's what we're going to be doing. As responder waves are going in, we have our first team confirmed. They will be leaving March 3rd. And as I said in the email last night and on last night's video, that our teams will be converging at a hub airport in the US, traveling together. And we have the infrastructure and the people on the ground now to be able to receive us. And the idea is that we're going to be bringing resources in. And so I'm going to read off real quickly some of the resources that we were told on the ground. And some of the needs that are going to be apparent in the days ahead. We're going to be and the reason why you need to know this is in terms of how we're going to get those resources in and where we're going to get them from and logistically how it's going to work for us. I just want you to understand that because I know so many of you just want to be able to help. And so we're going to be transporting those items, these items that I'm going to read off, with our teams going out. So we're going to be purchasing these resources and then having them shipped to different responders as they travel in. Just a simple duffel bag is really the best way to do it, large duffel bags. And hopefully all of our responders as they travel in will be loaded down with supplies. And a simple way that they can do that as well is you could reach out in your local community. So if you're a cry responder and you're going to want to go on one of these waves, and again, there's scheduled dates. You can check the website for that, and I'll read you off the dates here in a minute. but you can begin to gather these resources in your local community. We may be purchasing resources and sending them to you. But we'll also be purchasing resources on the ground in Krakow, maybe even in Warsaw, to be able to get all of the things that we need into the people that really need it. But there are things like solar lanterns, solar chargers we're going to be buying, UE charger adapters, combat medical supplies, tourniquets, things along those lines, emergency food, diapers, powdered formula, baby wipes. A big thing that they said is over-the-counter children's medication. Cold weather, people are sick, people are stressed out. And so a lot of things for kids, first aid supplies, hygiene items, emergency blankets, hand warmers, caps and gloves. Some of these items we'll be purchasing on the ground. Some of these things could be brought in. Obviously, we want to bring in things that are light with weight restrictions and whatnot. Air mattresses are a huge need. Simple things like playing cards, dominoes, sleeping bags. And again, over-the-counter medications are really huge right now. On that note, guys, we need cash. We need cash now. We have a team leaving March 3rd. We need to, we have some items on hand at the Cry base, but we're low, and we need cash to be able to begin to purchase these supplies to get them not only to this first team, but the second team that's going to be leaving on March 8th. And so that's a great way that you can get involved right now. Let me read off the waves right now. So wave 1, which is full right now, March 3rd, they're going to be leaving. Wave 2 registration, it's open on the website. It's going to be March 8th through March 18th. Wave 3 is going to be March 15th through March 25th. Wave 4 is going to be March 22nd through April 1st. And we'll open up more waves as we're able and as we get more intel on the ground. But guys, we are a go. We'll be wheels up March 3rd. And another way that you can help is maybe you're not called to this, maybe you're not feeling to deploy. A great way that you can support this, first and foremost, is donate money. That's what we need right now. Second, you could deploy to the Cry base. You can go on the website, you can become a mission ally, and you can help support our critical infrastructure and our staff. We have other events going on base. We have a school going. We actually have another deployment going to Baltimore in a couple of weeks. Anyway, that's a great way to serve. And when you come and serve at the Cry base, this all counts. You're touching the people of Ukraine. It may be indirect, but you're still serving the greater need. Another thing I just want to encourage you guys, if you haven't caught this, I did a video at the Watch at the Cry base on Friday night. It's recorded. It's out there. It's also on the Cry website. It's entitled, "It's Time to Go All In." And I'm telling you that this is a now word of encouragement to you, to put a little fuel on the fire of your heart, and really some insight into the days that we're in, the hour that we're living in. And I really encourage you to go watch it if you haven't checked that out. So that's it right there, guys. I will be posting these need lists and these updated dates on the Cry website so you can easily access that. Another way that you could really help out is help us get the word out. Facebook is still throttling our posts, and a really easy way to help out too is just click open on the email. Maybe you're too busy, you don't even have time. Open up the email, and just the fact that you open the email, we get a better open rate and we don't hit spam filters. In this day and age, it's a real factor. Share those emails, share the posts, share this information. If you have access to any of these resources, combat medical supplies, stuff for kids, diapers, solar lamps, any of this is really helpful. And, it's the people and the teamwork that really makes a mission successful. And but I just wanted to get out here tonight and just clearly communicate some of our objectives and what we're doing and the ways that you can plug in. And obviously, we covered your prayers, and we obviously covered all of your support. We just thank you, every one of you. And please, please, please be praying for the people of Ukraine and for the church who is responding in the surrounding nations, particularly Poland, as that's where we're going to be working initially. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much, and have a great night.